What is up, you guys? It is Zach coming at you with another video. So yesterday we had that Nintendo Direct partner showcase slash indies presentation all in one little bundle, and it was actually pretty cool. It was a really cool presentation that showcased a lot of different games, and while it wasn't the big extravagant Nintendo Direct that I'm sure a lot of specific Nintendo YouTubers had you thinking it would be, I still think this was a really solid presentation, and we got quite a bit of information out of it that I personally am actually pretty excited for. So, we're going to be looking at 10 different games throughout this whole entire presentation that I personally thought looked really interesting and fun, and that I think you guys might like as well. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to drop a like and subscribe, all of that stuff down below, and click that notification bell so you can be notified of when I upload videos. And my question of the day is going to be, what game excited you the most from these two Nintendo presentations? Again, let me know down in the comments down below. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first up, we actually have not a game, but DLC for a game. Now this is not a game that I've personally played, I just think people are going to find this really interesting. And that is Power Wash Simulator is getting some Shrek DLC. You can clean out Shrek's swamp, and apparently the Kingdom of Far, Far Away, and like the Dragon's Keep, stuff like that. I don't know, it looks really freaking cool. I mean, again, I'm not much of a Power Wash Simulator kind of person, but if you really like Shrek, you'll probably really like this DLC, and this will be a shameless plug to the ZakPak show where I actually reviewed the Shrek 2 video game. So if you want to watch that episode of the ZakPak show, click the little annotation that you see right at the top of the screen now, and I've got a whole season's worth of ZakPak show episodes for you to watch. Yes, that is a shameless plug, no shame at all. So let's move on. I love me some dating sims. What can I say? I am a hopeless romantic. I fall in love with everything I see. So this game is perfect for me. It is called Date Everything. Some sort of weird dating sim where you walk around your house and you can interact, flirt with basically any household appliance, from lamps to refrigerators to even the game itself. It seems like a really weird, quirky dating game, which honestly, being real for a second, isn't really my kind of jam, but when I saw this in the Direct, it really intrigued me. It was different, it's weird, and I like the different and weird. So, if I get enough likes on this video, if I can get 100 likes on this video, yes, that is a high milestone, but if I can reach 100 likes on this video, then I will buy and play that game on the channel for you guys. So there's your motivation to like the video. And of course, it is joining the ever so big flood of games that's being released in October, and it's going to be released on October 24th. So keep an eye out for that one if this game is your kind of jam. Next up, we got to see a little bit more of the Plucky Squire. Now, I'll be honest, I know this game has been talked about for a little while now, but I really didn't start looking at it until I saw this trailer. It actually looks really, really cool. Obviously, it's got a very unique style, part 2D, part 3D. It's got a lot of uniqueness in its gameplay, it looks like, and honestly, I do think this looks like a very solid time. I do believe it's an RPG of some sort, which isn't my kind of game, but if you throw in some unique gameplay styles in here to keep the gameplay a little more fresh than I feel most traditional RPGs are, then I do feel like this could be a really fun time, as it looks really freaking good. Now, I didn't see any release window on this game. I didn't see anything in the trailer. I could just be blind, but if there was, I'll put it on screen for you. That's when you can get the Plucky Squire. It looks really cute, and I might give it a shot at some point. Peppino Spaghetti, Italiano man who make the pizza. Yes. Wow, that was... sorry for any Italians I might have just offended. Pizza Tower is out right now on the Nintendo Switch. This Wario Land-esque game with a really cool 90s-esque art style. It looks really freaking good. Now, I was never really a big fan of the Wario Land games. Not that they're bad or anything, not that I think they're bad, but just not my cup of tea. But this game looks very fast-paced, very fun. A lot of people were talking about it last year. It was a heavily talked about game. So now, that game basically made its way home on the Nintendo Switch. That's a game that should have been on the Switch day one, but nevertheless, it's here now. You can go and get it on the eShop. Go on, go give it a play. I know you want to. One series that I actually have not played in years was the Worms series. A really cool multiplayer game where you're playing as a bunch of little worms and you're shooting at each other. Well, Worms Armageddon is being remastered, I believe. I know it's an older Worms game. I can't remember what generation it's from, but it is looking really freaking cool. I mean, I haven't played Worms in years, so maybe this is the time for me to pick the series back up and give it another shot. It is coming out, I believe, on September 26th, so a September title, so if it's something you're interested in, looking forward to, then hey, we got more of an update on it here. It looks pretty freaking good. Alright, the game I'm assuming most of you are here for. SpongeBob is getting a new game, except it does not star SpongeBob. It stars Patrick. Now, I'm going to dive into this one a little bit, because I'm sure a lot of you are probably wondering my thoughts on this one. So, Patrick Star is the host of this new SpongeBob game, which I guess kind of makes sense, because in Cosmic Shake you can only play as SpongeBob, so now you can only play as Patrick. And this game is not made by Purple Lamp or published by THQ. It is made by Outright Games, and they have a not-so-spotless track record. It's pretty bad, I've heard, the games that they've made. But this game, admittingly, does look pretty good and pretty promising. It really seems to be a dumb kind of fun. Like, you know, an open-world sandbox game where you play as Patrick, you're running around, you're doing miscellaneous things, smashing buildings, doing stuff for other characters, and it just seems like kind of pointless fun. I think it looks cute. I probably won't get it or even cover it just because of the fact that I'm not a big fan of the just open sandbox kind of games. Maybe if there's like actual objectives for you to complete, like a story for you to go through, some sort of structure and not just a play box that you can run around, then maybe I'll give it a shot. But as of right now, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm not saying that it's not worth getting if you're a fan of SpongeBob games. But just probably not my kind of taste. But given who I am and the SpongeBob games I've covered, maybe I'll give it a shot. But again, you guys will have to convince me on that one. Oh, and did I mention it's another October release? October 4th. Yeah, exactly what I need, right? To add another game to the list of October games that I'm going to be playing. Like, why? Pick a different month, everyone! There's more months than just October. Alrighty. This one kind of got me hyped. MySims is coming back. Y'all, I grew up with MySims on the Nintendo DS. I loved MySims on the Nintendo DS. Now, this is going to be a remaster, I'm assuming, of the Wii version. I'm assuming the console version, I should more so say. The console version, the non-handheld version. So, it will be different than the MySims that I know and love. But, the thing is, they kept the art style, the game looks great. I love The Sims as well. For those of you who do not know, The Sims and MySims were my jam when I was a kid. I love them, and I'm honestly shocked that there is no Sims game on the Nintendo Switch. I legit think that's a crime. I think that is a crime against humanity that you cannot play The Sims on the Nintendo Switch. But I digress. We are getting MySims, which is, I guess, the next best thing. It looks cute, it looks good. It's actually not only a remaster of the original MySims, but MySims Kingdoms as well. Now, I actually do have MySims Kingdom on the Nintendo DS, but I honestly don't really remember playing it. I must have gotten it in a trade or something all those years ago. But, nevertheless, MySims and MySims Kingdom are in the MySims Cozy Bundle, and it is coming out on November 19th. Thank God, a non-October game, because I probably will get this one. And it's a budget title as well. It's only $39.99 as opposed to the typical $60. So, thank you, EA, for doing that and not absolutely destroying our wallets. I appreciate that. But yeah, MySims, I love it. It looks good. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it too. Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a series that I know of a decent amount. I've played a few of the games, not every single game, but I've played a fair few of them, and I've always generally liked the Five Nights at Freddy's series. I've never really been blown away, but honestly, there are a few of the games, like I remember I really liked Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and I really liked that Ultimate Custom Night game. Those ones I really just found to be really good fun, just because they involve not just the spooks and the scares, but there's really complex gameplay and things you have to pay attention to, and I honestly really do like it. So, there's actually going to be 2 new Five Nights at Freddy's editions. Well, one is a DLC, but one is a new game. The DLC is that Ruin DLC that was originally released with Security Breach on other consoles. I want to say it was like last year or something. I never played Security Breach. I never played it on any console. It looks fun. It looks cool. It just doesn't look scary to me. Like, the one thing I really kind of want out of a Five Nights at Freddy's game, I mean, obviously on top of good gameplay, is I do want a scary, spooky environment, and it doesn't really seem to have much of that in the new game, I should say, in the Security Breach game, whatever. But the other announcement, the other Five Nights at Freddy's announcement, is we are getting Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2. Now, I never played that one, but I did play the first Help Wanted, actually. I didn't beat it or anything, but I really did enjoy that one because it did have the typical Five Nights at Freddy's scares with some really solid gameplay. So, if Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 is the same exact thing, then I will definitely be interested in this one. It's going to be a lot of fun to play, I assume. Like I said, I haven't really seen much about it, but I bet it's going to be lots of fun. And these two games, well, this game and DLC are both coming out around the holiday time. No specific release date, but we just know holiday of 2024. So my guess, probably sometime in like November or December. Alright, we only got a little bit of information on this one, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. It is actually Epic Mickey Rebrushed. We got a little quick snippet of gameplay. The main reason I'm including it in here is just so that I could also say that this game actually does have a demo out now. I'm not sure what platforms the demo is on, but if you're interested in Epic Mickey Rebrushed, then you can download a demo to this game right now and play it and see if it's something that you'll find interesting or if you'll like, so that when the game comes out next month on September 24th, you'll know if this is the kind of game that you're going to enjoy. So, you can go check out the demo now. It's honestly looking really cool. One of these things is not like the other. This is the oddball of the group. Every single game we've talked about so far, in one way or another, has either been a kids game, a weird, wacky kind of game. Well, okay, wait, this game's kind of weird too, and that's Yakuza. Specifically, Yakuza Kiwami. I believe that's the name of the game. I do believe this is the first Yakuza game. I'll be honest, I know absolutely nothing about this series. Obviously, I've heard about it over the years, but I've never played it. I've never really looked into it. But looking at the gameplay here, it actually does look pretty freaking good. The combat looks solid. Kind of gives me like that kind of Dead Rising 3 kind of, you know, look where it looks like you can use like the environments to smash up enemies. It looks like really like mad kind of fun. And like at first I thought like, oh, okay, this is a kind of serious game, but then you see these like weird mini games where it's like you're taking pictures with a kid and it's like, oh, okay, this is also a weird game just with a serious game skin. Got it. But nevertheless, this game is coming out October 20. Oh, come on! The game is coming out October 24th. So, another October game. Why not? Why not add another game onto the pile, right? Just add them all. You know what? Push up, you know, Mario and Luigi. Push up Donkey Kong Country. Just put them all in October. They got enough room in there. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff down below. And hit that notification bell so you can be notified of when I upload videos. And like I said, question of the day. What game from this presentation excited you the most? I think from this list, my most hyped announcement was definitely MySims. But a lot of the games here looked really good, and they all look really promising. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and until next time, you guys, I'll see you all later.